Okay guys, alright, let's go ahead and begin our reading centers for today. I want everyone to take a look at the literacy workboard we have for Tuesday and go ahead and find your name in your color group, okay? So let's go ahead and look at Red's group. Today, as always, you guys will be finishing doing your 2 centers, okay? So Red group today, you're going to come to me first for guided reading. And at my table, we're going to be doing a leveled reader. And it's kind of going to go along with our I Like Where I Am story. We're going to be talking about theme and plot and doing a fun activity with it, okay? And then once you are done with this center, after we transition, you're going to be going to the computer center. And sometimes we do Success Maker, and sometimes we do Type to Learn, okay? And today we're going to be doing Type to Learn to practice your typing skills. And that way, because as you guys get older, you're going into 3rd grade and 4th grade and 5th grade, you know, you'll have those skills ready and you'll be able to type quicker and you'll be able to do reading skills and writing skills on the computer and you'll be able to do it at a quicker rate. So it's always nice to practice, okay, as we go along. Let's look at Yellow group. Yellow group today, you're going to be going to your Word Work Center first, okay, and that's going to be over here. And here, this is where you're going to be doing your spelling words, okay? You're going to be working off your February spelling choice menu and choosing an activity to do. And if you get done, can you do another one? Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So there's paper here for you as well as your spelling list, and you guys can practice those activities. When you're done with word work and we transition to our next center, you're also going to be coming to me and we're going to be doing a different leveled reader and we're going to be doing some activities. All of them go along with our skill this week as well as our story I Like Where I Am, okay? Let's look at Black group. Black group, you're going to begin with Miss Richards at the carpet, okay? And you guys are going to be doing a sheet that looks a little bit like this. And on the front, it's got a little wheel that says good and bad things about moving. And because who remembers the story? Did the boy like that he was going to move? No, he was kind of sad about it, but sometimes there can be really good things about moving. And a lot of you guys can relate that. You know, a lot of you guys have moved before, so you're going to brainstorm a couple feelings about this. And then on the back, you guys are going to be working on some beginning, middle, and ending summarizing, okay? To help us remember the plot of the story. All right, so you'll be doing that with Miss Richards, and you'll need your book for that, okay? When you transition into your second center, you're going to be going to your listening center down here, and you guys will listen to the story with your books. Remember, our headphones aren't working very well, so we're going to listen to it really quietly, and then you're going to be filling out your title of your book, and the words from the book that you can read yourself, and your favorite part of the story, okay? And you'll be doing that after you listen to the story. Should we do that while we're listening? No, we got to wait till afterwards. That way you guys can really, really focus on the story, okay? Then, our last group for White group, you guys are going to be going to the Promethean Center first, okay? And this is what you will see on our flip chart. And this is called I Like Where I Am, Vocabulary, Drag, and Match. And these are all the vocabulary words that we've been working on in the story, okay? So each of you are going to take turns. There's 7 sentences. And you're going to choose the word that you feel fits best inside the sentence, okay? Once you've done number 1, you'll hand the pen to your partner. And the next one will do number 2 and so on, okay? When you guys have done all of the sentences and you've talked to each other and you think, yeah, these look good, these make sense, and you've reread them, then you're going to go to the middle table and you're going to be filling out your word sheet, okay? This is where you'll pick one of these words and you'll write your word. Tell me whether it's a noun, a verb, an adjective. Have you heard this before? You can do the definition. You'll use it in your own sentence. You can draw a picture to help you understand the word. You can tell me some synonyms for it. And then in this really cool part at the bottom, you get to rate yourself. And you can say, I can say this word and tell exactly what it means. I can say the word and tell mostly what it means. I'm not sure I can say this word. I really don't understand this word at all. This kind of helps yourself, and you can learn it a little bit better. And maybe you can read a little bit more about it. So that's after your Promethean Center, you'll be choosing that sheet to do. And once you're done with the Promethean board and we transition to our second center, you guys will also travel back to Miss Richards to the carpet where you guys will do that same skill sheet, okay? Does anybody have any questions about what they're doing for centers today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
You having a good day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Thursday. We're almost at the weekend. You almost made it through the week, didn't you? Okay, so what we're going to talk about today in Reading Club is something we've already talked about this week. Let's start by looking at our learning targets for this week and go over what we've been talking about. Can you begin by telling me what a learning target is? Can someone tell me? Curtis, what's a learning target?
Somebody has to hit the bullseye.
Who is that somebody?
Like everybody.
Everybody individually needs to hit the bullseye. What does that mean, Josue?
Like we are the arrows and we gotta shoot the bullseye.
You are the arrow. You are this arrow, and you're trying to shoot into the bullseye. Where is the bullseye at?
In the middle.
In the middle of the target. What does it mean if you hit the bullseye? Someone raise their hand and tell me. Carly?
It means you made a bullseye.
And what does that mean, though? Tell me what it means when you make a bullseye. You do score. How many points do you get? Why not? 100. Sure. 100 points. That's right. But when you are the arrow, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to shoot the thingy, the red thingy.
Okay, but what about the I can statements? Think about your I can statements.
I can read the chut words.
That's the one we're doing for this week, isn't it? And if you can read your chut words, then you've hit the
Bullseye.
Then you've hit the bullseye. That's right.
And you get 100 points.
Does it take one day to do this?
No.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it takes like 2
A
days
week.
or 3 days or
A week. Sometimes it'll be 2 weeks.
like
100 weeks.
That's right. And when you've hit your I can statement, when you can do this, you've hit the bullseye. What are we going to do with this I can statement? Raise your hand. What are we going to do with this I can statement? Curtis says, oh, raise your hand, David. James, you going to do it? What are we going to do with this I can statement once we can do it?
You can hit the bullseye and you go to the next one.
We go to the next one. And then once we get that one, Carly, what are we going to do?
We're gonna do another one.
We're going to change it and we're going to come up with a new I can statement so that we can hit the bullseye again and again and again. How many points are you going to have at the end of the year?
A million.
Maybe a million.
Maybe 199.
Maybe so.
100,000.
That's right. Listen.
Or maybe a zero.
I love that you're so excited, but listen to my question. Why is it important that we know these targets? Why is it important that you can do all these things? Alyssa?
Because we can get smarter every time.
We get smarter every time. What do these help us to do? Carly?
Learn and do numbers and do sight words and do like minus and stuff.
Oh, so many different things, right? So many different skills and strategies. And why do we need to do this? To be ready for
Second
grade. That's right. And then third grade, and then fourth. That's right. So it keeps going. Good job, guys. Let's talk about today's learning target, Curtis. Where's our arrow pointing to today? Who thinks they can read this? Josue, you want to try?
Yeah.
Go.
I can read.
That's that big word.
Identify. And read chut words.
I can identify and read chut words. Have we already worked on this learning target this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to keep working on it. I think you guys are identifying them very well. Do you remember that vocab word, identify? What does that mean, to identify the word? Do you remember Alyssa? Do you remember Alyssa? You're right, David. We're going to let Alyssa do it. She raised her hand, babe.
I think I remember. Means like your vision.
You're right. It's like your vision. You're seeing words. That's a very good way to explain it. That have the
Chut words.
ch in it. What 2 letters, Curtis? Thank you for raising your hand. What 2 letters make the ch sound?
CH.
CH makes the ch sound. Jagger, this was a very big word we learned about yesterday. Ch and th and sh and w. Those 2 letters come together to make a new sound. Do you remember what we call those?
A fidgeted.
They're not blends. Remember we learned about blends before, where 2 letters make the sound together and smoothly say their sound?
Yeah.
What are the two words that make a new sound called? Remember? I'll give you a clue.
Diagonal.
Close to diagonal. Diagraph. Everyone say diagraph. Good, because di means and graph means letter, and they're all made up of how many letters? How many letters? Two. Good job. Okay, let's practice the words that we started this week, because you have to understand them and know what they mean in order to read them well, right?